I'm Sarah with athriftymom.com, and I'm really excited because this is clearly one of the coolest corn hacks, corn tips, corn recipes.
I love corn.
Corn anything you've ever seen in your life. So I was laying in bed the other night, and when I can't sleep, I think of crazy things. But last year, I showed you guys how to chop the end off of a corn cob, put it in the microwave for 3 minutes, and then you can squeeze the top, all the silk falls out, and it's like seriously one of the coolest corn hacks you'll ever see. But I don't like to microwave my food very much, and so I was thinking, I wonder if that would work if you put it in the crock pot. So I looked on Pinterest. Regina says hi from Rockspace. So I looked on Pinterest to see if anybody else had tried it, to see if anybody else had thought of the idea. Couldn't find anything on it. So I thought, well, it must not work, because if it works, it's got to be on Pinterest. Couldn't find anything. So I bought some corn on the cob, and I decided to try it out for you all. And you guys are going to be so excited! Okay, so just so you know what happens. So you take a big old butcher knife, okay? And then you got 2 ends of the corn, the cob. You have the kind that grows the silk on this end, but you want to chop off the end. Miguel says hi from Caldwell, Idaho. Eva says that's so cool. You want to chop this end off, okay? So we're going to take our thing, and you want a good butcher knife because you do have to give it a little bit of tug, and you want to make sure that you get enough of it off that you can now see the kernels. Hey, Nancy says hi from Harrisburg, North Carolina. Okay, so then you're going to open this up. You're going to put it inside the crock pot, okay? This one isn't cooked yet. Put it inside the crock pot, and then you're going to put the lid on it, and you're going to let it cook for 4 hours on high. Now watch what happens. Ready for your mind to be blown?
Cool.
Okay, so this is what's going to happen. You're going to take it out. It's going to be a little bit hot, so you're going to want to use a rag. You're going to squeeze it. All the corn just falls out.
And there's like no stringy stuff on it.
Yeah, and there's no silk. All the silk is stuck on the top.
That's so cool.
You no longer have to shuck your corn. It just comes out of the tube. Okay, it's hot. I got to put it down. Let me show you again if you missed that. Nancy says hello from Salisbury, North Carolina. Danielle says hi. Teresa says cool. I did. Like I said, I showed you guys how to do it with a microwave version before, but this is from the crock pot. So squeeze the top, and you want to squeeze it so all the silk stays on top. And you got to use a rag because it's hot. Ow! There's no water in there. All you do is stick it in the crock pot and put it on high for 4 hours, or low for 8 hours. 4 hours on high, correct. Mind blown, Mary says. Yeah, see? It just totally falls out. You guys see the steam coming off of that?
That one's really yellow.
Okay,
Mom.
So, what, Keely?
When they come out after they're cooked, they smell like artichoke.
They smell like artichoke. Okay, so if you guys like this idea, please like, share this video. That way everyone can see it. That way everyone can be like, oh my goodness, I'm never cooking corn the same way again. Okay, so ready? I'm taking this right out of the crock pot. I don't know if you guys can see the steam coming off of it. Deborah says, where is there worm inside? What if there was a worm inside the corn? Then you'd bake it. Okay, so squeeze, and there's the corn. So most of the corn we get from around here, there's not worms. Growing it in your garden, you do get a lot of worms. Beth says, awesome. Ow,
why is this one really yellow?
They're different varieties of corn. Okay, so I'm going to try it again. So I was able to fit 6 ears of corn in my, you cut the ends off question. Yes, let me show you. So I was able to fit 6 ears of corn inside my crock pot. So the corn normally looks like this, okay? You want to cut just the end off that it grows from. Amanda Flakes, you cut off the one end and put it in the crock pot. Yes. So you leave this end that has the silky hair on it, and you chop this end off. And then you put it inside the crock pot, and you put the lid on, no water, no oil, no nothing. Put the lid on, and you put it on high for 4 hours or on low for 8 hours. And then you take it out, it's hot. Ouch, hot, hot, hot. Okay, so you take the end, you squeeze the top with a rag, and then you squeeze it. Somebody's giving me grumpy faces. Go away, grumpy face person. Ouch!
Dad,
And it just literally, ouch, it literally falls out of the husk.
that looks really hot.
And there's no water that needs to be in there. And that way you don't have to microwave. Because like I said, this corn hack has been around for a while, but it was always if you microwaved your corn. And I don't like microwaving my corn.
Makes it taste funky.
And when you boil your corn, a lot of times it takes away the nutrients. So, and that's why your water turns yellow. So all your nutrients is in here. And this is juicy, tender, yummy, yummy, yummy. Okay, so people are asking again. So what you do is you take your corn on the cob that looks normally like this. You want to leave the end that has the silk on and chop this end off with a big sturdy knife. Christy says, just bought corn today and now I want to try this. I hope you do. Hi, Christy, we miss ya. You moved away from Caldwell. Amanda says, that's awesome. I love my crock pot. Elizabeth says, stop with the mad faces. You aren't as cool as the super mom. Thank you, Elizabeth. Okay, yeah, so chop this end off, and then I put 6 of them in my crock pot, put the lid on for 4 hours, and then they come out looking a little like, the color changes from kind of that like bright green to like a cooked green bean green, I guess.
Or kind of like an
hey, I love to see this recipe. Thank you, Kendra. And Dirch Patrick says, love it.
The leaves kind of smell weird.
Yeah, it has a different smell to it, huh? Okay, so I just took this one out of the crock pot. So wrap the towel around the top because it is hot. And then squeeze it. And when you squeeze it, I might not have got the stuff loose from this one as much. Okay, so then when you squeeze it, is this one not going to work? All the other ones worked. I think I just got to squeeze it a little bit more. Whoa.
Maybe try twisting and squeezing.
Well, 5 of them have worked so far. Let's put that one back down.
The silk comes out all in one piece.
Yeah, the silk does come out. Walmart has corn today for 13 cents. I stocked up. We'll definitely be trying this. Jennifer says, Mary says, your girls sound like they're great helpers. They are. And can you come to my house, Pam says. Terry says, also send you hearts over mad faces. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to try it on this one too. Okay, this one's working. Okay, see? And then if you get it right on the edge of the crock pot, it will leave a little bit of brown spots. So you can like wrap some foil around that if it bugs you, if you have like a little pack of brown on the end. But see how it literally it's falling out of, have you tasted it yet? Yes, we ate it last night like this. See how it just falls out of and there's no silk, there's no hair left on this. So yeah, I was worried that it was gonna taste funky. I was worried that it would maybe have like a weird taste to it because it does have like a really like a husky smell while you're cooking it. But it doesn't. It tastes really good. Like it tastes yummy. So and it's really tender and juicy, which I was worried about it maybe getting like dried out and crusty. Let me see. I wonder why this one is not working. I wonder if it's like the end is, I didn't get the end chopped off quite good enough.
Yeah, it doesn't look as good as the other one.
Okay, so let's see if I just, and maybe it wasn't as ripe. I don't know. I guess it just goes to show that not everything's perfect, but all the other ones totally just came out of their shell.
Mom, it probably won't even have silk on it anyway because the silk like it's like stuck together in there. You know how it was normally like all over the place? See, it's like stuck in one piece.
Okay, Alea says, hello from Miami. Yaren says, how long did you cook it for? Okay, here it comes finally. This one was a little tricky to get out. We cooked it for 4 hours on high in the crock pot. There we go. Okay, so as you can see, these are hot. Ouch. We have 6 ears of perfectly, ouch, they're too hot to hold. 6 ears of perfectly cooked corn that we cooked in the crock pot, and we did that by just chopping the end that normally holds everything together. We chop this end off and put the silk and everything inside the crock pot. No water, no nothing, just stuck it in there, put the lid on, cooked it for 4 hours on high. Or if you want it to be gone all day, I'm assuming that you could probably just cook it for 8 hours on low. Jeanette says, may the fleas of the 1,000 camels infest the crutch of the angry mad-faced person. Debbie says, do you rotate them? No, I did not. But if you rotated them, it might help. Like there was one down here on the bottom that got a little overcooked just on the bottom. And so if you rotated them, that would probably fix that. Stacy said, did you add water? Nope, no water. Nancy says, thank you for the tip. Would be Rain Forstrin? Yeah, it's the one who's doing angry faces. Well, that's okay. We can block him. So he can stop doing the angry faces, or we can just block it because we can do that. We can do that pretty easy. Faces. Yeah. So I'm not sure why he's so angry about my corn on the cob hack.
Maybe
but that's
he
okay.
tried it once.
If it makes him feel better about himself to give me angry faces, you go ahead and do that, because guess what? It doesn't really bother me that much. Obviously, it's bothering my readers, but yeah, I didn't know if you guys realized that, but we can totally tell who's giving me the angry faces. So if you don't like my tips, that's totally fine. All I gotta do is go away. But if you do like my tips and you're giving me a million angry faces, we'll probably just go ahead and hit that ban button. Oh, look at that. They're magically gone. Isn't that funny how that works? Cindy says, now they just need butter, salt. Yep, this little one was like, Mommy, can we eat those? I was like, no, we have to do a video real quick. Zachary says, hello. Stacy says, they don't have to watch. Yes, all they gotta do is click off. Teresa says, you season the corn. Do you season the corn? Nope, we just stuck them right in the way they were. And now, angry face just cuz. Zachary, is that who was giving them to me? Was Zachary? No? Who was it again that was giving them to me? Rain Forstrin. Okay.
How did you know?
Because we can see on our ends.
Mom, you left the oven on from cooking the meat.
Well, Zachary Edmund did it too.
Okay, Zachary gave me some too. If you don't like my videos, just go away. So, hopefully you guys like this tip. It's crazy. Like I said, I had no idea if it was actually going to work or not. But the fact that you can chop the end off your corn on the cob and not have to husk it. And another great thing is you could totally cook it this way and then like transport it to a picnic, wrap it in foil, and then just squeeze it out of its shell, like we showed you guys. I don't have any more that's not cooked.
And everyone will be like, oh.
Bobby says, now smother in mayonnaise and Parmesan cheese and you will be hooked. Yum. Wendy says, hello from Seattle, Washington. Thanks so much for the tip. Stacy says, this is a good idea. I'm going to try it. Rachel says, you tell them. And Stephanie says, so much easier. Annette says, just got on how to catch to see. Okay, so let me tell you again, Annette, real fast. So this is one that I have not cooked yet. So this is a normal corn cob, and you want to leave the end that has the silk on, but you want to take a big butcher knife and chop this end off. And you want to leave enough to where you can see, like, you want to cut it to where like the first row of corn would be. So you're going to like lose one little roll of corn there. Zachary says, thanks for the cool tip. Hello from Texas. Emily says, mayo and spices, delicious. Okay, so now that once you got that cut off, you're going to stack them all up inside the crock pot. You can fit 6 to 7 cobs in here. Well, it depends on how big your crock pot is. Go ahead and stick them in there, and then you're going to put the lid on, and you're going to put them on high for 4 hours, or you can put them on low for like 6 to 8 hours, whatever works best for your. And then what happens is when you take them out, you squeeze from the top, and the corn literally, I can't know if I can, oh look, I can kind of put one back in. So you squeeze from the top, and then the corn corn literally falls out and all of the silk stays up inside, and the corn comes out perfectly cooked, nice and moist, and all the silk is off.
And then if you take the silk out, it's just in one big piece.
Yep, the silk's just kind of left in one big piece. Emily says, thanks for the shout out. You're welcome. Thanks for watching.
Mom.
Lisa says, aw, shucks, LOL. Pun intended. Jeanette says, LOL, Lisa. Leah says, no water. Nope, I didn't put any water in. I bet you could put water in, but I didn't. I wanted to see what would happen without it. Leander says, oh, snap. Love the crock pot. Yes. Stephanie says, can't wait to try this. Good timing on the video for the holiday weekend. Absolutely. Tammy says, missed the link to how to microwave it. Let me leave the link right now to my main post, and then that will give you the link on how to microwave it. But the microwave is basically the same idea. You chop the end off, and then you, I can't remember if you wrap it in a towel or not. I think you just stick it right in the microwave how it is. And then microwave on high for 3 minutes. And then you take it out, wrap the towel around it, and squeeze it, and everything falls out. But I just don't like microwaving my food unless I have to. What?
I like it this way a lot better because we don't have to shuck the corn.
Yes, the kids no longer have to shuck the corn, so they think that's really awesome. How's it taste?
What, you
like
gotta
it?
eat some?
Oh, you guys can have one right now. Put some butter on it and go for it. Any other questions? Thanks everybody for watching. I appreciate it. Katie says, love the video. Thanks for showing us. You're welcome. Julie says, no wrap, just pop in the microwave. Yep. Okay, yeah, I think that's how it was. Like I said, we did it last year, and we've done it a couple times before, but I don't know if I've just watched too many, like, Datelines or whatever that, like, freak me out, but I don't use my microwave as much as probably most people do. I try to use my stovetop for most stuff, and so I just don't like microwaving it, so I wanted to see what would happen if I tried it in the crock pot, and I was very excited. So, like I said, I've checked Pinterest and lots of other things. I haven't seen anybody else try it this way, so I would love it if you guys can share this video and get the word out, let people know that it works. And like I said, then you just here, get some butter and go eat it. There you go. It is a little hot. So you just chop the end off, and it says, I don't have a big, no, sorry. So I don't have a big on the, big one like yours. I have an older one to stand them up. Yeah, you totally could. I would go ahead and put the most protected end at the bottom like this, because otherwise this is going to get pretty brown. Jessica says, watch the movie, The Future of Food, and see why you should only get GMO-free corn. Sure. Jeanette says, Rebecca, what is GMO? I'll let her answer that. And Christine says, love this. Will you be trying it soon? Thank you. This one's not cooked, honey. Go eat this one.
This is good.
This one's cooked.
This is good.
All right. So as you can see, we have yummy little corn eaters here that are happily enjoying their corn. Does it taste like normal corn?
I got the fancy corn holder. I can't get the
Annette says, thanks for the info. Christine says, can't wait. I'll be trying this soon. All right. Thanks, everybody, for watching. We really appreciate it. And this is a fun new way to cook corn. Let me know if you guys try it. Let me know what you think. Katie says, I'm going to try this. I just got 20 ears from Walmart for 20 cents each. Thanks, bunches.
You put this in?
You're welcome. Carrie says corn on the cob with mayo is best. You know, everybody keeps saying that, and I've never tried it with mayo.
Dad likes mayo on his tomatoes.
I know. I don't like mayo on my tomatoes, though. But, oh, dang it. I got butter all over my hand. Here, just hold it like that.
It's so good.
Jeanette says, enjoy, girls. Lisa says, how long do you cook it for? I put one corn on the, like I said, once I chopped the ends off and then put it in here, I put it in for 4 hours. No water, and I put it on high, where if you wanted to do it on low, I'm assuming you could do it on low for about 6 to 7, maybe 8 hours. Like I said, this is only my second time trying it like this. I tried it last night for dinner just to see if it would work. I didn't know if it was going to be a total fail or not, and it totally worked, so I was really excited. So I went ahead and did it again today, and it was nice because I could totally prep the corn and put it in here, and then I just turned it on, and then it was ready when dinner was, although I didn't let the kids eat it for dinner right yet because I was like, I want to do a video. So I let them eat their dinner, and then this is kind of like, I guess, their dessert. But honestly, if you get really good corn on the cob, it really is like dessert because it's that sweet. Beth says, look up. It's actually a good. I was scared too. Look up. I can't see what that word is. Elote? Elote? Okay, I'll have to look it up. I don't know what that is. It's not familiar to me. So, anyway, I'm going to let you guys go. Thanks for watching. We always appreciate your support. And like I said, if you don't mind, we would love it if you would like or share this video. Katie says, love. Looks like bunches of happy kids there. Yep, they're smacking away. Corn in Spanish. Oh, okay, thank you. Beth says elote. Oh, elote. Okay. Don't know Spanish, so that's why I didn't know how to say that word. All right, thanks everybody. Have a good night and take care. Bye.
This corn.